Yeah, still ain't ready. Give me a second. My mic ain't even charged. I thought I'd at least have that going. So I'm not gonna have a mic today, my lovelies. I'm just gonna come and do my thing. Hopefully you all can hear me, and that's all that matters. I'm not gonna go crazy trying to get this mic situation taken care of. And yeah, let me just get my glasses. And the necklace I wanted to wear today, my citrine necklace, because it attracts abundance, prosperity, joy. Okay. And I'll be right there. Like, I don't even have my hair done. Oh, a mess. Hey everyone. Ah! They're gonna watch me get dressed. Switch glasses. I don't like these. They're a little foggy. I need to fix my hair. If you cannot hear me well, put it in the comments and then I will try to use my mic. The reason why I'm not using the mic is because I don't know how charged it is. So there's a chance that it'll die on me halfway through the session. And if that happens, then yeah. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well today. Let me get my lighter. I do want to light a little sage. I've been doing Palo Santo, but I want to do sage today. And my freaking camera, y'all, I dropped this joint. My screen is all cracked up, so I could barely see anything. It's really pissing me off. Like, I can see, but it's with a whole bunch of fractures going on through it, so that part. What did it say? Relight on. Okay, look, that's me fiddling with stuff I don't need to be touching. Let me get my sage, and we could get into this session today. This is a combo of the weekly forecast and the new moon in Taurus, which is dope to me to have a new moon setting off this week that we're going into. All right, I think I'm ready now. I think I'm presentable. Kinda. Where's my sage at? Okay. Here we go. All right, y'all. If you're new to this channel, my name is Amina Hextall. I hope you missed that whole beginning with me trying to get myself together because I was not ready. Welcome to my sacred safe space. Soul transforming energy and movement. That's what we do here. But today, not so much of the movement tip. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of lazy and I don't feel like moving around. But maybe that's because we're in this Taurus energy of Earth, which keeps you feeling very grounded, maybe makes you want to just stay home. Just, you know, it's not really an energy that makes you want to get up and go, get up and move. But this collective, we got some moving to do, moving around this week. So my name's Amina Hextall. I always like to give an intro to those that are new here. Welcome. And you are apparently a part of this light tribe if you are drawn here to this channel of light workers. Why am I stumbling and tripping? Because I'm trying to do more than one thing at a time. So I want y'all, when y'all get a chance, to go into the description. It tells you about a book I wrote. I wrote this book years ago. I can't even tell you what year. It's like a fictional true story, like fiction based off of a true story to an extent. And the reason why it's becoming very relevant again, the book is called Where Love is Free. So it speaks about an experience between two different cultures where their idea of love was different. On one end, one person's idea was like, oh, it takes a lot of time. I have to go on dates with you. I have to get to know you. Like, I don't know you like that to know if I love you. And on the other end, the other person was more like, well, time will let you know if you love me and not a feeling. So this person was more based off of acting off of their feelings, and the other one more off of logic. And that's what the book is kind of about, how they find a middle ground. And let me get my glasses on so I can freaking at least see what I wrote. But this time period right now that we're in is going to require you to probably process certain things different from how you're used to. That's what I'm getting at. With Where Love is Free, the main character had to gain an understanding of another perception of love in order to be able to build something with the other person. And it's kind of the energy of this week. It's not saying compromise, it's saying being open to new experiences is a primary thing this week. Even if it seems like something that you would never ever have thought of doing or trying or being interested in, this week they're saying give it a chance. Let your heart and your mind be free. Okay? So I'm also about to work on part 2 to the book. I've been saying that for years too. So I'm going to actually do that because there's more to the story. But it's a part of a 3-part series of books called Lessons on Love, which are based off of my lessons on love. Speaking of which, I did a song right recently and I put it out today. Who's that? Hey, Melon. And I put out this song today, and it's a love song. And I was scared to put it out for a minute. Why? Because whenever you put out something, man, woman, no matter what gender you are, if it's dealing with love, it could be a poem, it could be you shared somebody's post talking about relationships. God forbid, like me, you wrote something about it. Every single person in your life thinks it's about them. And that's without people even saying anything to me. Like certain vibes, I could tell. I was like, some of you guys think this song's about you, not about you. But that was just a funny side thought. So if anybody sees that video, it's just me. I was working on a love song, an old one, but I had a few like exes and a few friends like creep into my DM, and I was like, did they think that I wrote that about them? I wrote that a long time ago. And honestly, I can't even remember who it was about. I don't remember who I wrote it on. Sometimes you're just going through your emotions and you just express them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in that mode already of being ready to enter relationships with my perception a little more tweaked. Like I'm not going to be so guarded that nothing can come in, but at the same time, I'm not going to just be out there like, come on in, you know? So this is not saying just be open to somebody else's way of doing things, but it's just saying, you know, be open to somebody else's way of doing things without losing yourself, okay? So, new moon in Taurus energy. Great energy to be in. The Taurus astrology sign is all about gain. It's the house of gain. It's the house of money. It is the house of self-worth. And those two go hand in hand. You could be focused on the money all you want, but if you don't know your value or your worth, it's not going to come in. What's that, Taurus gang? All right. Yep, claim it. And pretty much, it's an earth sign. So it's about stability. It's about being grounded. So if you don't feel secure and grounded in who you are right now, if you don't feel worthy of the things you desire, but you want prosperity, you want money, but you still don't really feel worthy. And an example of that is offering your services to somebody for nothing almost. Or you doing something major for someone and then accepting mediocrity back. Like, you know, I drove you to another state, but it's okay. You know, your way of giving back was what, loaning me some salt, something like that. Come, you know, like I'm just talking about like not matching the energy and accepting that. Doing work for someone and they come and they offer you like $5 and you know that you did way more than $5 worth of work. That's this energy now is forcing you to know your worth. And for a lot of us in this specific collective, if you were drawn here, it's going to be about a new you, like almost rebranding yourself. So be prepared for that. Okay. It's going to feel like you're rebranding your whole energy, your whole vibration. You might feel like changing your hair, changing your look, changing how you dress this week under the influence of this moon. Because what you want to do is you're going to feel like raising your value. And if you feel like physically you don't feel great, then you're not going to feel worthy of the things that want to come in. And there's stuff that's coming in this week for you guys. There's opportunities to increase finances big time under this new moon, but you have to be in the energy of knowing you are worthy. Okay? You got to know you're worthy. That means if you're an entrepreneur, no discounts right now. Charge your worth. If you have a job, you've been working there for a long time, and you're watching other people get promoted, ask for that promotion. You're watching somebody else told you they just got a raise, and you're like, what? My quality of work is better than that. Ask for that raise. This is the time to go for what you feel worthy of. And whatever you feel like you're not, you're gonna miss. Okay? Even if source energy feels like you're worthy. If you don't feel like you are, you're not gonna get it. That's this energy right now that we're in. It is causing a huge lunar like reset on finances, your emotional security, and your personal values. That's what's going to be important this week, okay? Note I said emotional security because Taurus is an earth sign, feeling grounded emotionally. Anybody who rattles your nerves, anything that rattles your nerves, I'm not saying avoid it this week. That's not the answer. The thing is to understand why. And then if you can't work through that issue, that fear, that anxiety, then maybe that person, thing, place is just not a match to your vibration. You shouldn't get around somebody or something or someplace and feel all the time. If so, you got to get to the root of it. And if the root is one that is so deep, you just are like, I can't get past it. That's when you cut the root. Okay? I'm going to do a quick collective. I'm advertising this lotion. I'm going to do a quick collective moon read. Okay? Using my Moonology decks, my Black Moon Lilith deck. I was going to use some astrology dice. We'll see. But this is a collective read. What that means is it's going to be giving you an idea of where we should be focused as a collective. Because if you're drawn here, we're pretty much on the same frequency. Or our frequencies are aligning at this time for this reason, because you need to get this message. So let's get into that. After I do the collective read, I'm going to give you 5 tips for harnessing this moon's energy, specifically for this collective that sees this. And I'm going to do a little quick pick a pile. It's not going to be a big one. Some advice for the week ahead before I give you your forecast for the week ahead. If you want to be Steam VIP, meaning I pull some personal cards for you at the end of the session, you send a donation. The information's in the description, but whenever I say that, y'all be in the comments like, I didn't see it. But anyway, it's there. It's there. And you can send it via Cash App. My Cash App is Ancestor Dancer, exactly spelled like the words. PayPal.me/Amina Olu, AMINAOLU. I give a pretty thorough read. It really, if you've already been having some stuff you want to know about, yeah, it would be a good idea. Look at this. Somebody's calling me every time. And I know what this is. That's why I don't like using my phone for this, but it's a better camera. Better camera. Even my little mini movie camera I got, I tried to hook that up. It was not looking clear to me. Go figure. I hope that person doesn't try to call again. All right. So let's get a message for the collective. What is this new moon? Now, this information is all about how the new moon in Taurus is going to be affecting us, not the week ahead, day by day forecast yet. All right. Hey, Monique. Yeah. So this is really going to be telling you how this new moon in Taurus energy is going to affect you, or how you are meant to use it, before I give you the specific tips just for us. Okay. So I'm going to take that. It flipped over. New moon in Scorpio, work through your fears. Now, I just was talking about not avoiding something just because it gives you anxiety, but to get to the root of why it's giving you anxiety. And that's something I had to look into today. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be vulnerable right now. I felt myself on the brink of a panic attack. And I'm going to tell you, when I tell you why, y'all going to be like, what? On the brink of a panic attack because someone expressed deep emotions for me. And I was kind of like, yikes. And what made me angry at myself is that's an old version of me. Like when I was very young, when I was younger and just starting to date, oh, if you expressed any, I love you, Robin, which is my government. Okay, nobody calls me that unless you know me since I was a kid. But I love you, Robin. And I would be like, oh, okay. Yeah. So now I'm trying to grow out of that, and I found myself back in it. Like I thought I was out of it, but I'm back in it. Heck yeah, I said I'm working on part 2, and everybody's been waiting for part 2 forever. Okay. Maybe that was my other fear too, is also that part 2 is gonna be whack. But no, it's gonna take a lot of more work. That other story I had been wrote. This would be new. So anyway, yeah, work through your fears, guys. That is one thing this new moon is going to be pushing, is anything that makes you feel scared to do it or pursue it, is to figure out why. Sometimes the fear isn't coming from somewhere negative. It's actually coming from your past wounds and experiences. I'm going to take 2 more from this deck. You're very close to achieving your goal. So if there's something you're afraid of, these cards don't really give you much to look at, but if there's something that you've been afraid of going towards or doing, or maybe you're in a new situation right now that's been bringing up some anxiety and fears, they want you to know, they're saying that this new moon is going to be bringing your goal in. This new moon is about stability. So maybe if you're living somewhere and you're not feeling that stable, you're not feeling secure, or you're in a job where you're feeling like, I could get fired tomorrow, or this isn't really holding down my rent. They want you to know that there's a fear that's wrapped around that goal achievement. Maybe you're afraid if you achieve the goal, you have to let go of something from your past, or if you work through those fears, there's something else that's going to be on the other side, that's going to be horrible. So they're giving you reassurance. When I say they, I mean whoever your guides are. I tap into the universal light tribe. So I open up to any light energies that want to come through. All right. A new start is coming. We literally got new moon in Scorpio, and this is literally the new moon card. So just know that this week is about new beginnings. Work out. I feel like this week it's going to, when y'all see that weekly forecast, I bet you it's going to be a lot of things coming through that either are coming through as opportunities because you're working through fears, or coming through to make you face certain fears. Watch. What we got at the bottom? A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So something is about to reach a climax. Something in your life. If you've recently done something new, a new relationship, a new job, a new move, a home, if you've recently done something new, possibly in 2026, it's about to like reach a pinnacle, like a goal, where it's going to just shift. The energy is going to shift. Something really exciting is about to be the outcome of the new move, or new relationship, or new job, or whatever. All right. I saw more new under there. It was like new moon in Gemini. It's just a lot of new energy coming in. All right, let's keep looking. I'm not going to take as many from these decks. We'll be here all day. All right, what else with this new moon for the tribe? Cool your emotions. Full moon in Aries. I do feel like don't let your emotions get the best of you, okay? This week, when you're faced with things that are nerve-wracking, when you're And don't get stuck in the past. I don't know why this made me think of somebody just thinking about the past and getting into their feelings. Watch out with that. Okay? What else? Find a balance. Full moon in Libra. And what's at the bottom? Unleash your kindest self. First quarter moon in Capricorn. When I saw this, find your balance and unleash your kindest self, it made me think, be kind to yourself this week. There's going to be a lot of things that I feel like are going to force you to step into your worth, to force you to say no, and to force you to say yes. Find a balance. If you've been doing too much work, and not enough fun, you're going to feel it. This week, they're saying find a balance between the two. Fun, play, flirt, whatever you do outside of work, working out, even parenting. Like, get a moment to find a balance where you are centered and grounded, all right? So this new moon energy is going to make you aware of it. So if you've been out of balance, you're going to find yourself burning out. And if you've been leaning too far the other side of fun and play, you're going to find yourself burning out. All right? Be kind to yourself at this time. Validate your emotions, the things you're feeling. Don't try to stifle them or call them like, I'm being emotional. We're human. That's why I hate when people say that. You're being emotional. Am I? So if I'm unemotional, is that better? I thought that was a human quality. That's the problem with the world now. Not enough people are emotional. In fact, they are just logic-based. This is what should work to make more money. Wars, that will get me what I need. Nobody's working from the emotions. So I think we need more of that, honestly. Be emotional. Get into your feelings. And not the angry ones, but if that's necessary, get angry and let's talk it out. Let's get it out there. But logic makes people do stupid things sometimes when it's disconnected from the heart. And I don't know. I guess somebody need to hear that. All right, let's see what else we got with this new moon energy. Synchronicity, the moon's moment. Things are going to just be seeming like they're aligned. Things are going to just be falling into place at this time. I need to move closer. I was about to say, why am I so far? Okay. So yeah. Boom. Synchronicities are going to be occurring at this time. You might find yourself thinking about wanting to do something and then boom, the opportunity shows up. You might be thinking about somebody and all of a sudden you get a notification. Oh shoot, they was thinking about me too. This is divine time at this time for certain things that you might have been waiting for, certain energies to be strong and potent to get things moving. This is the time. The clock back there is just giving me divine time. You might have been waiting for certain things to fall into place. You're going to start to see it this week, okay? Start today, I almost feel like. It's a new moon. Enchanted. Oh, it's a lot of like nice whimsical energy. Embrace uncertainty. So there we are with this fear again. Take a breath. Moonstruck. What did I just tell y'all? Need to take a break. So we got enchanted. There's going to be some things happening with this new moon that are just going to make you feel like it's out of a storybook. Some things might not feel real. Even just going out and doing stuff you do on a regular basis. Maybe you go for a walk and it just feels like the sun is shining different. The birds just sound louder and it's just you just feel enchanted, like I'm not in this world. This tribe here, you're going to really feel the veil thinning between the 3D and the 5D. And what that means is the more you're getting in connection to yourself and to the spirit realm and not so focused on the material realm, you start to find yourself above it. People be talking about politics and you'll be looking at them like, oh, that doesn't affect me. Oh, it's affecting you. It hasn't been bothering me because I'm on a different timeline. I'm not even there with y'all. So that's the vibe right now. You might have those moments where you're just feeling like I'm otherworldly energy. And then we got embrace uncertainty with moonlit. Moonlit just made me think your path is being guided. The way that is lit before you, just go. Even if it's like, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen when I go. I don't know what's going to happen if I don't go. I don't know what's going to happen if I do this. Embrace the uncertainty, because I'm hearing right now that's where your big surprise is going to be at. When you go and do something that you're not certain of. And take a breath. I already told y'all that. Y'all don't need to be lectured again. That comes right along with finding a balance. But for some of you, I feel like move your body. Because it's just take a breath, but she look like she's dancing. And I just feel like some of you need to move, dance. Even if you play music in your house and dance around. You want long life and good health, never stop moving. That's the key. I'm telling you. The moment you stop moving, that's when you're going to feel your body shutting down on you. All right? And let's get this last deck out before I give you the 5 tips. I think I'm going to take the deep breaths before doing that. Just get grounded. No, I'm going to do that before I go to the weekly forecast. Okay. So let's get 3 cards. Yo, I lost so much weight. This outfit I got on right now, I could not fit this at one point. My daughter used to have to zip me up and I'd be holding my stomach in. And then I couldn't even sit in it. It was holding my stomach so tight. I had to lose a lot of weight. Now I want some of it back though. Because when she made little pinches on the side for my hips, it's empty now. Ain't no hips there. I was like, oh, I got to get a little bit of my hips back. What's happening? But yeah. Like a shark. I missed that. Me and my cracked up screen. All right. What we got? Adam, dark divine father of creation. Mary Magdalene, divine loyal goddess. All these figures coming out. And then Mars, drive, energy, and passion was at the bottom. Pluto, endings and regeneration. So that's what we got. Okay. So I do feel this new moon for many of you is going to have you feeling like doing things, manifesting things. If it's not creating something, sewing, drawing, growing. Some of you might even want to plant stuff. It's just giving an energy of a time of wanting to embark on something, to do something. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it out of the dark, but I guess I should have sat facing the other way. I thought with my windows behind me, I would have more light, but that was wrong. Light should be in front of me. That was stupid. Anyway, here we go. So this is talking about embarking on new things and creating new stuff. Any epiphanies or ideas that come to you at this time, act on them, okay? Divine loyal goddess. A lot of you are going to find yourself either tapping into your divine feminine or encountering this energy in someone else. I'm mad I can't see the picture that good when I bring it up close. But anyway, it's really, look, you see she putting her crown on? I just did a video to the song Queen by Fat and Wigwe. And it's literally, I did the same thing with my hands. Y'all should see that video. But anyway, this is like getting into your divine feminine energy, knowing who you are, your worth, nobody being able to shake you. You know what I'm saying? And this is not a gender-based thing. This is an energetic thing, because I can be totally in my divine masculine energy. Trust. So the objective is to find a balance, but at this time, the divine feminine energy is what is at the surface. But you see the balance. We got the masculine and the feminine. So this is a time of finding that balance between doing and creating, as well as nurturing the self, getting yourself how you want to look and feel physically as well. We got Mars energy here and we got Pluto. They both speak of a certain shift. The thing with Mars is it's going to be that energy of passion, of going, of driven energy. Go, 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 do. Some of you might even feel like sexually stirred because of that vibe. And then you have Pluto with endings and regeneration. So there's going to be some things that are going to be coming to an end that might feel scary. Some of these things are endings that they could be reborn, rebooted. So anything that feels like it's coming to an end, or you had to say goodbye to someone, a relationship, a place, a job, it's an ending so that something new could be born out of it. Something is going to be transformed out of it. You're even showing me Neptune, magic, imagination, and illusion. That just stay in your keep your mind really, really focused on what it is you want at this time. I'm just really hearing for this collective that it's like a magical energy. It's just you're gonna start to see the things you focused on, the things you imagined and thought about manifesting. So watch it. That's a warning for people that be thinking negative a little too much, all right? Or say negative things. All right. I am going to roll the dice. I wasn't going to do it, but let's just get a vibe. And I'm going to do it with a number thing. So you can choose a number, even though I was going to do that later on. 1, 2, or 3. Yeah. You can put it in the comments. That helps me connect to the energy, or you can just really focus hard on that number you chose right now. My ones, if you chose the number 1. My ones, you have the number 4. All right, so this week is going to be bringing in some kind of stability for you at this time. At least that's the focus, getting stable. We have the sign of Pisces as well. So, and what is this? The South Node. So this week, you might find yourself releasing things from your past. This new moon in Taurus is going to have you focusing on releasing the past, forgiving, healing from past wounds. And that is the way that you'll be able to get into this forward energy of stability, of feeling grounded, of maybe even calling in a new home or family like structure. But you are going to deal with releasing the past, something from the past, and forgiving somebody or something, could even be yourself, this week. That's going to bring in your new beginning. All right? That's going to bring stability. So that whatever it is that you're hanging on to in your mind, the wound affects your ability to feel like you can have something grounded and stable. All right, that wound, it makes you feel like the things you receive won't stay, or temporary relationships and things like that. All right, my 2s. All right, my 2s, you have Scorpio, you have sacred number 7, and you have the North Node. So my 2s, you at this time are being awakened to your purpose, your highest purpose, what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. You may be feeling like you're going through a humongous transformation with Scorpio coming through, like a death and rebirth of who you once were. You might not even feel like who you were yesterday, for whatever case. We have the 7 here. It also lets me know that the transformation you're going through may involve spirituality, spiritual growth, spiritual beliefs. Just on a spiritual journey right now, self-discovery. But what it is it's going to point you in the direction of your purpose, what you're meant to be doing. If you feel like you're not doing your calling, or you've been confused, or you feel tugged in all these different directions, this week, something is going to change where you're going to see, that's my sacred gift. This is what I'm meant to do. Or that's the position that matches my spiritual values, or it's something to that extent. Okay, my 2s. All right, last but not least, if you were drawn to number 3. Oh, melon too. Interesting. Why does the North and South Node come up for every pile, every group? All right, we got the North Node back again with the 12th house, which brings me back to Pisces energy to an extent. So my 3s, you made same message as 1s almost, except you have the sign of Virgo here. So I do feel like this week, your services are going to be, there's something about how you give, what you do for other people. Maybe you're a healer. Maybe you are a mom or a dad. Maybe you're someone who just takes care of people. There's something about how you serve and how you help people that needs to shift. because with the South Node here, there's something from your past. Could be a past wound, could be a past experience, maybe how you grew up, um, that causes you to feel like almost like you have to fit other people's needs and healing processes and wants into your schedule and your life. Who are sweating? I don't know who chose 3, but your ancestors said, yo, um, there's just something that needs to shift. There needs to be a balance, a give and take. You might need to pull your energy back from people that you feel like you do a lot for, and it stems from the past. This could be maybe your kids, but yeah, there's something with that where you have to start to find a balance where what you give, you're receiving, reciprocating. This is odd because I chose 3 and I don't want it now. But anyway, yeah, that's just something you have to figure out and work through this week. You're going to start to see maybe people that take what you do for them for granted, or you're also going to see the flip side of it. People that you do for actually showing up. What I'm hearing from my 3s is low expectations, that maybe you don't expect people to show up. And the shift you need to go through this week is to expect it. If you've done for others, if you've put your energy out there in a way where you didn't expect anything in return, there's some returns coming this week. Woo! Why did the whole army have to come out to give that message? All right. So we're going to move on. I'm going to give you your 5 tips. And this is really easy to remember for this new moon. I know some of y'all looking, if you're new here, you're probably like, what just happened? She is like glossy. Let me get a fake makeshift fan. Okay. Woo! All right, when I read, yeah, if ancestors come through, I sweat. All right, just so you know. Okay, so the 5 tips for harnessing this energy. This new moon energy. If them dice didn't tell you, here we go. Number 1, take time to invest in building solid foundations. In other words, slow down and cultivate stability at this time. The thing is not about how many things you could do. It's about what you can do that is going to last. That's the thing now. That even extends to relationships. If you got a whole bunch of people in your DMs right now, or a whole bunch of, I'm dating, I got this, I got that going on, this is not the time for that. This is the time for focusing in on one entity. And if it's worth it, putting your energy there and building something lasting. It's the house of Taurus. It's about worth. Are you worthy of something that's long lasting? Or are you not? Are you selling yourself short? That goes with your career. That goes with just living in general. All right. Solid foundations, cultivate stability that lasts. So that means even if you live all by yourself and in my mom's case, you be retired and you ain't got to worry about a career or a job. And you're trying to think like solid foundations, what? That could mean investing in stuff that you know is going to be long lasting. This money I invested is going to grow. This, where I put this, it's going to manifest something in the future. That's the time now. Even if you're investing in children, grandchildren, but whatever it is, take your time. Don't just be like, okay, yeah, okay. And then nothing is stable. All right. Number 2, review your budget. Financial goals at this time can be met. All right, but the key is to seek abundance, to be in this energy of abundance and prosperity. If you are walking through this new moon period in Taurus with the mindset of lack, you are going to receive lack. Yeah, this is the moon that answers you knowing your worth. So if you don't like what you're receiving and you think you're worth more, then you got to start reflecting it. Okay. And really set high financial goals. Don't sell yourself short. Like, I'm hoping to eventually, one day maybe make at least 50,000 a year, or 60,000 a year. Don't sell yourself short. I'm hoping one day to make 100,000 a year, 150,000 a year, 100,000 a month. I'm a 5,000 a month. Whatever. If it's more than what you're getting, raise your value, okay? And if you feel like you're not worth that, then do something that'll raise your value. Take a workshop, take an online class, get a get a certificate in something. All right, number 3, prioritize your physical comforts at this time. Nesting at home, sensual pleasures, prioritize that. Taurus is a homebody by nature. Yeah, they want to go out. They love the outdoors, but they're not that sign, that zodiac sign is not really one that's going to be running the streets. They're more, the home is their home base and where they want to nest and feel comfortable. And that is the energy of now. If your home is not your sanctuary, you're going to feel it. So fix that, okay? Get it together so it feels like a space where you can indulge in your comforts and things that make you feel good. All right. Number 4, this time is going to bring in some fresh new opportunities. And this is like a repeat of what I already told y'all. Cultivate practical, long lasting projects. Okay. You're going to get a lot of opportunities coming in. You're going to get a lot of epiphanies. Like, I should do this, or this feels like a good day for me to do that. But the objective at this time, long lasting projects, long lasting activities. If you're going to be like, hey, I feel like walking today, put in your mind that every day now I'm going to walk for 5 minutes. Something that will bring a long lasting result on your physical, not like little things that are not consistent. Okay. At this time. All right, number 5, last one. There may be moments this week of confusion or inconsistencies in relationships or intimate romantic relationships. All right. You're encouraged this week to give others the benefit of the doubt. Don't just jump to stuff. Give them the benefit of the doubt. Okay. But prioritize relationships that offer security. If you are in a relationship, it doesn't matter if it's family or an intimate one or a friendship. If it does not make you feel secure, those are the ones that need to go this week, okay? But you can give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, they're not saying just chop off people because of your insecurities or anything like that. And don't chop off people because you're projecting anything on them. It's more just, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you're going through something today, and that's why you're acting like that. Oh, you're acting like this for the whole week and there is no root cause? Bye. That type of thing. Okay? I hope that makes sense for y'all. So we're going to get into the week ahead now. So we already got through how this new moon's going to pretty much be affecting you energetically, and it's going to follow us through this week. So I'm sure it's going to affect this weekly vibe forecast. I want to take 4 deep grounding breaths before I get into it so that I'm not jumping into that and going bleep, 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 stuttering through the whole thing. It helps me to get grounded first. Make sure I'm doing this in the right order. Yeah. Okay. Fake fan there. All right. We're going to take 4 deep grounding breaths. Let me empty out this jar. Well, Tibetan sound bowl. But I'm using it for my fortunes. To hold my little fortunes. We'll pull one in a little while. All right, let me get you the hand mudra. And a focus for the week ahead. And the way I'm going to do it this week, you have to remember your mudra, and you have to write down or remember your affirmations. I'm not going to say them because I'm going to pull 3. What you feel drawn to, that's the one for you, okay? Or you can just leave it to spirit to guide you by just picking a number 1, 2, or 3 in your mind. Or you can stay with the same one you just had, okay? So first, I'm going to give you your focus for the week. It comes with an affirmation and keywords. The keywords are meant for you to perk up, and when you hear them, know that you're in alignment with that focus, or use them to help manifest the focus for the week. All right, my ones, that jumped up. So if you were drawing a one, balance. And I swear, didn't that come up already? So balance is necessary. You're going to be focusing on getting balance this week. Your keywords are imagination, vitality, enthusiasm, focus, and expression. And I do feel like there's a need for you to really just get grounded in who you are this week. Use your imagination to envision and call in the things that are meant for you. You know, express yourself. Be you. Your affirmation is I am friendly, capable, and talented. I stand tall. That's why I feel like this balance card has more to do with being balanced with who you are, just knowing you're capable of handling the things that are coming to you with enthusiasm. I am friendly, capable, and talented. I stand tall. That's your affirmation number one, my ones. So maybe on your first inhale, when we're relaxing, you just breathe. On the second one, you can say this. That goes for everybody. And then there's your hand mudra affirmation as well. Your newsflash, my ones, reward yourself. You could give more when you feel good. So hook yourself up this week. Give yourself something. Do something special for yourself because you're about to deplete your supply of being able to give. Got to find a balance between giving and receiving, my ones. All right, I'm going to give you a hand mudra. I'm going to just do number by number. I was going to go all the way through. All right, my ones, you have integration. I chose my hand mudras that activate the elements within you because I just felt very springtime-ish today. I don't know. This is the Hakini mudra. This is an easy one to do. It assists with integration, freedom, and wholeness. And it assists with all of the systems of the body. It supports overall health and wellness. It supports full body breath and awareness. It balances the right and left energy channels. And my ones, it's activating all the elements in your body, all right? So all you're doing is bringing the hands to face each other in front of the torso. Gently allow the tips of all the fingers to touch the same fingers on the right and left hands. Hold the hands rounded as if holding a ball. Relax your shoulders back and down. Lengthen the spine. And your second affirmation, could y'all even see that? Okay. Your second affirmation is, I honor the divine union of body, mind, and spirit. So it's like a bubble. I honor the divine union of body, mind, and spirit. That's you guys, my ones. If you're drawn to number two. Okay, twos, that's crazy. No, I'm not doing all that. Let's try this again. Okay, that's a little better. All right, my twos, you have completion. You are wrapping things up this week, okay? Your keywords are self-sufficiency, forgiveness, satisfaction, and approval. So you might find yourself bringing a lot of things to an end. The way you, certain people you dealt with you, certain things you accepted before, people that you've had grudges against. It's just going to be bringing an end to things that it's time now. Your power thought. I am proud of myself. I have strength and courage. I am proud of myself. I have strength and courage. Why? Because you are able to persevere and see things through to completion. Okay? And this is a good time too, if you feel the need to cut any cords to connecting you to any unhealthy relationships, do it. Okay? While you take these breaths, imagine yourself disconnecting. I do cord cutting, but I'm not doing that. That's a process. Okay. Newsflash. A high tide raises all ships. Focus on the positive, my twos. If you stay focused on the positive, you're going to float through this week just feeling like you're on cloud nine. Let me get you your mudra. For my twos. Did I call y'all threes? If I did, I meant twos. One more time. Oh, that fell in my lap. All right, my twos, you have assertion, and y'all got card 22, master number 22. The Rudra mudra. I got ashes on my hand. All right, this mudra activates activation, energizing. It's energizing, and it also raises your vitality. It helps to strengthen digestion, assimilation, and elimination. It regulates body weight. It assists with reducing sluggishness and exhaustion. It activates the solar center to increase overall vitality. Wow, this is great if you need energy increase. The element it's activating in your body is fire. With each of your hands, join the tips of the thumbs with the index finger and the ring fingers. Almost like on some Spider-Man, except this finger's in. Okay. Extend the middle and pinky fingers outward. Relax the hands on the tops of the thighs or by the sides of the body. So you can actually do this one just standing and walking, and people wouldn't know. Lengthen the spine, and your focus is my inner fire. Oops, my fingers are all crazy. My inner fire is vibrant and alive. So on your laps, my inner fire is vibrant and alive. I like that one, twos. All right, so that was group 2. If you were drawn to the number 3, your focus for this week. Okay, I guess I'll take it. Love life. What? I don't want group 3 no more. Who else chose 3? Y'all influencing this. Shoot, man. I wanted the money card to come up, honestly. All right. So my 3s, love life doesn't always have to do with love relationships. But if you're already dealing with an intimate relationship, then you already know. If you are not, it can mean things occurring this week that could usher in feelings of love. That could come from family, that could come from friends. Your key words are romance, emotions, energy, and compassion. I just heard in my head like a loved life, a love life. Like you might just be experiencing or real. I just okay. Woo, the message is coming too fast. I'm hearing this is a week where you're gonna realize you're loved, who really loves you, like that kind of thing. Like your true supporters, the people that really love you. Okay. Your power thought is, I am a good person. People love me. I am a good person. People love me. And newsflash, your empathy attracts everyone. You are such a kind person. Okay, that's nice. I wish it would attract money. I need some money this week, man. I don't know. With this Taurus energy, maybe it just got me in my mind, like, gotta get in the bag. Usually I am looking for love life or romance or something to come up. This week I was like, about to travel. I need a little bit of extra change. Okay. So anyway, let me see. Love life. And group 3, what is your mudra? Okay, group 3. Spaciousness and the Akasha mudra. The Akasha makes me think of like unlocking past lifetimes, like purpose and destiny. All right, Akasha mudra assists with expansiveness, opening, and intuition. It releases tension in the face, the throat, and the shoulders. It directs energy to the thyroid and parathyroid glands. It relieves chronic tension in the neck and shoulders, and it enhances intuition and hearing. And you're activating the element of space, all right, within you. So you just bring the tips of the middle fingers to touch the thumbs, extend the other fingers out straight, rest the backs of the hands on the thighs, relax the shoulders down with elbows slightly away from the body. Okay. And your focus is spaciousness allows me to open to new possibilities. Wow, we got a long one. Spaciousness allows me to open to new possibilities. All righty. Now that everyone has a mudra and affirmations, let's do what's going to end up feeling very quick. 4 deep grounding breaths. Okay. I would say on the second and third breath, I would exhale my affirmation if I was you guys. Okay. Ready? Close your eyes, or you can keep them open. Sit in a position with your hand mudra of the power you selected. And take a deep breath in to get relaxed. Exhale Really letting yourself relax from the top of your head all the way down your spine, down your legs, down to the bottoms of your feet. Take a deep breath in, filling up with the light and love of Mama Earth. And exhale. I am a good person and people love me. Sorry, doing my affirmations. And take a deep breath in. Feeling the connection to your guides. And exhale. And take one more deep breath in. Filling up with the light and love of all of the light beings in the universe that support you in your journey. And exhale, letting go of any worries, any stress, any grief, any sadness, any anger, any disappointment. Let it all go, all right? Open up your eyes if you had them closed. You can stretch if you compromised your body in any positions. All right. I'm gonna pull us a fortune. Let's get us a little fortune for the week. I'm about to go into the weekly forecast, the day by day vibe. You all are gonna get a card at the end, but it's not in depth. So again, if you need a personal read, this is the time to send your donation, because when I finish the week forecast, I sign out. Okay. And since it takes a minute for me to get notifications and see y'all comments, you might want to do it beforehand. Alrighty. Now, let me pull us a fortune up out here. For the collective, a special someone will enter your life. Great. So I don't know what that means. Take it how it resonates for you guys. All right. Let's keep this moving. Alrighty. On to the next, on to, and it actually says to do the choose a number first. So I'm gonna do that first. All right. I'll do it first. The choose a number is going to tell you where you are when it comes to your finances. That's what that was for. A little peek. You know, it's a general read because it's going to be other people that look at this, that choose that are drawn to the same energy. So you can't take it all personally, but you take what resonates when you're in a general read. And why do I hear kids running around my house? I can hear their footsteps. That's nuts. That means this foundation is weak. If I could feel the kids running like do 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 do. Now somebody's pulling up in a car. All right. What are we gonna do? So I'm gonna have two cards. I think I'm gonna use Rumi and this Oracle deck, the Wealthy. Why did I say Tarot though? I'm gonna pull a Tarot too. I guess I'll be kind. 3 cards for each of you. Choose numbers 1, 2, or 3. You can write it in the comments to truly claim it, and I can really connect to you. You'll feel like the reading's a little bit more personal that way. Or just really think about it really hard. Okay. So my wands. Let me see. Money, 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 money. Prosperity for my wands. What in the... Y'all card food all the way across. Sorry, Shaker Ray. Oh my gosh. My wands. Oh. You have the Page of Raindrops, which is the Page of Cups. Your card says play. So I feel like this week you need to do something with your money. Like go out, have fun, spend a little extra. Don't blame it on me if you broke later. But they're saying have some fun financially this week, or somebody might treat you or something. I just see have some fun, something that makes you feel good or youthful or just happy. All right, let me see where you are at your money. What's my financial position for my ones right now? Your card flew out before. Want to fly out now? All right, let's take it. My ones, you have mend the flow. So right now you're working on your relationship with money. You may be one of those people that feel like money is elusive to you. You're somebody who constantly says you're broke, or I ain't got it, or I'll never have it, or I wish I could do what that person's doing. I just don't got it. This week, you need to work on mending your connection to money. My ones, your affirmation from me for this week is money is, no, I don't want to give you that one. Okay, yeah, this one. Money is a form of love that I enjoy giving and getting. When you can see money as love, as an energy, it's a love exchange. I love what you're giving me. Here, see it like that rather than something you got to work really hard for, struggle. It's a physical piece of paper. I have to get my hands on it. They have shown you in this world that money is the power you give to it. When you can tell me that all of a sudden some people don't want to take the dollar bill and they only want to take a card, that's how you got to see money. It's energetic. It's an energy. Okay? So that's what you need to work on when it comes to your money, and it'll start to flow in. The moment you start to realize money is your friend. All right? And it's not something that means you're greedy because you need it. And your advice, I'm using Rumi for advice. Ascended Master Rumi, if you're not familiar with him. My ones, beautiful artwork. You have Blood Angel. It says, in the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. In opening to receive, you must empty what has been. Grace is not about an exchange of equal measure. You will receive according to the great generosity of life itself. More shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. Allow for a new influx of energy. Literally telling you, shift that energy, release it, and then you're going to see some new stuff coming in. Everything's going to shift. Your finances, okay? I'm talking about wealth right now. We're in that Taurus energy. My twos. I hope that resonated, my ones. Y'all could go get a coffee or something and come back for the weekly vibe. My twos. I felt like that card was going to come up here. The world. Wow. My twos, you're beginning a new cycle. Ascension. You have stepped into a whole new cycle, a whole new world when it comes to your money. Your money is going to be increasing at this time. With ascension, you're going up. So you might find yourself getting work promotions, gifts of money, just a whole new energy around finances. Maybe before you were in lack, it's like you're shifting, you're rising up out of that. Okay. Let me get you, let's see if your wealth card matches that energy. My twos, we about to be friends. Y'all about to have some money, huh? Okay. My twos, you have breath of abundance. You are in this energy. You're in the energy of abundance. There's just a need, almost not for you to believe it more, because it's almost like you're there. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I had a brain fart. But it's like you're right there. I'm going to give you a note from the book. I got time. It just drew me like, you need to read this. Okay. So it says, pause, hidden opportunities for abundance. Like I just felt like you got some money coming in. Not everything is accomplished swiftly, my twos. In fact, the biggest bounties are often acquired over time and with great care. The universe is asking you to slow down and take a moment to breathe before springing into action. Whatever plans you have underway or on the horizon, be sure that you give extra thought and attention to them. All right? There's opportunity along the way for more prosperity to come from your actions, but it'll be easy to miss if you're moving too quickly. Before acting, take a breath, breathe in abundance of the present moment and the abundance of time. Collect your thoughts and then move forward with intention. Woo, my twos. Okay. And let's get you your roomie advice. Okay. That felt like it wanted to jump, but it didn't. There we go. And my twos, you have Passion of the Wild Red Mother. It says, don't ask the conscious ones about the wine. Behold the glowing effect of it in the eyes of drunks. Here is your invitation to lay aside despair, to put aside doubt in the capacity of the human heart, even your frustration and impatience. It is time to quit whipping yourself and others, no matter how noble the intention behind the whip may be, and start dancing instead. Here is your big cosmic yes. All right, so if you've been beating yourself down, it's time for you to put all of that to the side. Literally, Rumi advice confirmed that it's a big yes happening in your life right now, my twos. All righty. And last but not least, if you're drawn to number 3, or if you're just joining us, then this is your group. What's going on with your money, my 3s? The Hierophant. And it says, unlearn. My 3s, there's something with how you are getting money that needs to become more spiritually based. I feel like my 3s, you're the group that may be the overachievers. You may be the group that grew up thinking that money coming in, wealth meant hard work. And like some kind of traditional mindset. You have to have a 9 to 5. And if you don't have this, you don't make this much, then you are not successful. It's like something to that extent that this week you're going to be unlearning, and you're going to start to realize that your finances are dependent on your energy. Okay. This group, my 3s, your spiritual beliefs. Okay. You have to, if you have a spiritual belief, you have to trust it. Okay. Because this week you're meant to unlearn logical means of bringing in money or wealth. Forget everything your parents told you about what you need to do. And you're supposed to do it in an untraditional way, which could mean I'm going to meditate and visualize it in. It could mean I'm going to give readings and get wealthy. Just, it's going to be you unlearning a belief you had around how you could bring in financial success. Because you're going to get some kind of surprise this week that's going to feel like the universe just blessed you. But you're going to realize how it happened. Like, it's not going to require a traditional way of getting it. Yeah, just keep hearing, unlearn how you believe you're supposed to become abundant or prosperous. All right, let me get you your wealth card. I don't want to jump out. Okay, I didn't mean jump to the floor. My 3s, you have rooted. That's an interesting one. So I'm going to go to the book for this because I chose this pal and I don't want to be biased. Because, you know, I'll be like, rooted means we are rooted in riches. And so I said, the pal I chose, I'll definitely read the book because, yeah, I'm not going to. When it comes to finances, I don't want to fool myself. So it says gratitude for what already exists. I think that's our key. Fantasizing about the money we desire can serve us well, and it often is much more appealing to think about what we could have rather than the lack we are quick to notice in our current circumstances. But abundance flows where it feels most welcome. So in order to actualize that fantasy of wealth into our life experience, we must build a strong foundation of gratitude for what we already have. And that is your advice right now, my 3s. Now is the time for you to ground yourself in gratitude for the abundance you already have and what it allows you to do, even if you don't feel like you have enough, okay? Challenge yourself to truly see the blessing of what you do have. Lean into gratitude. Allow appreciation for the things you have, the things or services you could pay for, and the opportunities around you to take root within you. When you tether yourself to the present moment with thoughts of thankfulness for what you already have, you open the door for more prosperity to enter your life. So I think, why did this one come up? I think getting out of a lack mindset, focusing and getting rooted in the fact that you are already prosperous, you have a lot of things to be grateful for, is a part of that unlearning of what you believe prosperity and abundance means. Okay? But that's going to help you call in more abundance, being in an energy of gratitude. And last but not least, let's get you your advice from Ascended Master Rumi. I don't know why this popped up. I'll take it. All right, yeah. So my threes, it says, beyond the threshold of fear. Apparently, we're the shook ones that all those cards about fear must have been talking to the threes. It said, it is, I'm stuttering now. It is your fear holding you back like a bar behind the door. Your relationship with fear is changing. No more shall it hold you in its thrall. You are becoming able to observe it, to experience it, to have compassionate wisdom rather than resistance. Oh, what a spiritual marathon you have been running. Now the end is in sight. The power that you used to give fear is now transferred to your extraordinary heart. So you're stepping out of fear. And I guess that was blocking abundance and things coming in because you're afraid of certain opportunities, scared of certain changes in your life because it's a change and you don't know what's on the other side. So that was that look at how the Taurus moon is affecting us in regards to your wealth and finances this week. Last but not least, we're going to do the weekly energy forecast. This is where each day I take a look at the energy that it's going to bring so that you know how to better harness that energy. I'm not predicting this is going to happen on this day, but I'm letting you know it's possible. Okay? So that you could be in alignment or shift out of it if it's something you don't want to experience. I start with Saturday and I end with next Saturday only because through the week we can change the energy. So where next Saturday might be right now can shift. So let's get cracking. Let's get started. This could move. Oh, I have no background music on. I'm like, I need to put on some music. And I'm like, no kids here today. Refreshing. I don't have to have some music playing to drown out possible intrusions. I love them. They'll be back tomorrow. Okay. So let's take a look at this. I'm using an oracle deck for clarity, Sacred Destiny, and I'm using the Out of Hand Tarot deck for our day by day. All right, let's start with today. What is the vibe for Saturday? I know we're like in the middle of the day, but still, let's get an energy read. What can we expect for the rest of the day? I used to do these at 11 a.m. and then I kept not being able to get there on time. I should have kept it in the morning though, but this is fine. Come on. All right, we're just gonna pick Saturday. So today we got Two of Wands. Might have some opportunities to go out, to do things today. If you do it. Adventure awaits. It's like fun. So today's vibe is going to be like, what do I want to do? Might have some options of places to go. You might be planning to travel. It's a new moon. It's a good day to plan something new that you want to do, a trip. But yeah, the vibe is good for some kind of fun or adventure. All right. And with the Two of Wands, you're going to have a choice between doing something that you don't usually do today or something you usually do. Okay. Their suggestion, you go towards adventure. Community. Yeah, get out. Today, get outside, get outdoors, get around others, family members, your community, neighbors, whatever. And for many of you, you might feel things shifting in that circle today. Maybe you were going through a tumultuous time when it came to relationships with people. And today with this rainbow here is letting me know, and the butterflies, transformation, that something is shifting and changing in your community, in your circle. Might just find today you're hanging out with people you wouldn't usually hang out with, or you're getting an invitation to go somewhere that you probably wouldn't be around those people, but now you're feeling aligned. It's just, yeah, it's a different vibe. All right, Sunday. So we got the Hierophant coming through. Might find yourself face. Well, I don't want to say that. Let me get clarity. Hold on. I felt like shuffling again, so I'll do it. Guess that's why. Gateway. All right, there's some kind of breakthrough happening tomorrow. The energy for tomorrow is really potent for breakthroughs. If you have been feeling like unsure, see, some of you might find a message or a teacher or something that resonates with a certain belief that's going to push you into another level. I just hear like a leveling up. When I see gateway, it makes me think, and it's a unicorn. I know my lighting is stupid. It's a unicorn. It's like you're stepping through a threshold, but as you, unique, yourself, nobody else like you. And it's like getting comfortable with who you are. With the Hierophant usually speaks of traditions and religion and sticking to things by the book. But there's something with tomorrow that I feel like the energy is going to be pushing you to look at something from outside of the box and do something a little different. You might feel called to do something against the grain that's not traditional. Maybe you might wake up tomorrow and say, hey, I'm going to be a Rastafari and I'm going to live for Jah and let Jah provide, and I'm just going to have a ganja farm, or, you know, and to some people that'll be like, that's not a tradition. Well, in America, they'll say that's not a traditional job, but it's like that energy going your own way. It's going to be a breakthrough for you. Okay. Hope that made sense. If not, get a personal read. All right. Monday's energy, we got the 5 of Wands. It is reversed. So you might find that something that felt competitive, or like it might be some petty energy that could arise. It did come through reverse. So it's letting me know that something that once felt competitive, or I'm trying to find another word for competitive. I was an English major in college. It makes no sense why I keep saying the same word. But it's just letting me know that on Monday, you might be feeling less threatened by competition, or something that felt like it might erupt into a petty issue. It's going to be worked out really easy. So if you're facing any challenge on Monday where it feels like you might have to compete with someone, or somebody's going to want to, you know, try to trigger you, it's showing like not going to manifest, but you are going to be faced with it. So don't run. Yeah, don't run from any competitive energy, any conflicts you need to face. Don't run. Just know that they're coming to an end. They're not going to be as bad as you think. Forgiveness. That's crazy. That is our clarifying word. So yeah, some of you might find you're dealing with people or a situation that once was tumultuous, but Monday's vibe is showing that there's an opportunity for peace or forgiveness. That went very well together. Okay. Let's go to Tuesday's energy. So Tuesday, we got the Knight of Swords coming through. Now, it was kind of reversed. I couldn't tell because I picked it up sideways like a doofus. But either way, this is communication coming in, and it's coming in quick. So on Tuesday, expect to hear from somebody out of nowhere. Now, either they're going to be coming towards you with an attitude, because if the Knight of Swords is reversed, that means they're coming in and they're like upset about something, or they're coming in and they're just like erratic. Okay. If they're upright, it's just somebody coming through to tell you something that's urgent that they've been holding in, they're holding back. Or you could be the Knight of Swords and feel the urge to just express something. But If it is reversed, the warning is to make sure you don't come from a place of like, it's the Knight of Swords. Don't come in with swords ablazing. You know, you have your sword in case you gotta protect yourself, but don't come in with the sword. Knight of Swords is coming in quick regardless. So this is going to be some fast communication or someone's truth that is going to come shooting in, or possible for it to be you sharing your truth. Either one. What's the clarifying? Diligence. Doing your due diligence. Okay. So this is clarifying. I feel like there may be a conversation coming in that could bring some clarity. It just, the clouds made me feel like you'll be able to see clearly. But just make sure it's not, it has to be rooted in compassion. All right. Let's move on. Wednesday's vibe. So Wednesday's energy, we got the 7 of Cups reversed. You got some options. You might find yourself having to make some choices. Now, with it coming through reverse, there is a chance that you're not going to trust yourself. When options come towards you, it could be choices between things you've had to choose in the past. Maybe between occupations, between relationships, and you feel like I've always chosen wrong. Or it could be even something as simple as, what should I eat tonight? What I ate last night had me gassy or whatever. I got all these options, this new supermarket here. I don't know what to choose. And they're saying with it reversed, trust your heart. It's the 7 of Cups. It's an emotionally based card. So where you feel emotionally drawn, go. Okay, that's the choice you make. That's what you choose. What calls to the heart. Don't let yourself get stuck in indecision because you don't trust your heart to guide you. Blessings is clarifying. When you make a choice, blessings will come in. So I'm almost hearing, it's almost going to feel like a test. Whatever this is, this decision, these options that you have, it's going to feel like no matter what choice you make, you're going to get a blessing coming in. All right. But you have to make a choice. That's the thing. Making no choice is a choice. Okay. All righty. Let's keep it moving. Thursday's energy. Thursday, we got the 9 of Wands reverse. Don't give up on something. It might be something that feels like it's taken a long time coming, or a lot of energy to get it to manifest. But with the 9 of Wands, it means, look, they got a brace on their hand. It means you persevere. You're resilient. You're strong. So with it reverse, you might be at your point of feeling burnt out or just tired, or I don't want to push anymore. But push through. You're going to be all right. Let's get clarity. Inner peace. Whatever it is that you feel like you are passionate about and you've been working towards, it could be anything. All right. And it just feels elusive, or it's always a struggle for you to get to it. That's going to shift. All right. Just shift your mindset. Inner peace. I just feel like some of you are either, Thursday's vibe is giving me like a companion, a partner, a friend, somebody coming into your life that's going to make you persevere. That's going to make you say, that's what all this work was for. That's what I'm hearing. Like, that's what this was all for. They're going to help you to see. It could be a child even for some of you. Yeah, just somebody that you're going to say, oh, it was worth it. Some of you, you're just going to find inner peace. Just pull your energy back for a minute and start learning how to balance it out without draining yourself to the point of, now I want to give up. No, pull your energy back, go within. But for a lot of you, I see someone coming in by Thursday that's going to just make you feel like all the work I put in to attract this in was worth it. Okay? Right when you feel like maybe it's not going to manifest. Okay, drop that. Friday's vibe. It was like, hurry up. We have the moon. The moon can speak of your intuition. Maybe you're going to really, really trust your intuition on Friday. Whatever you're feeling, your gut, go with it. But it's also about emotions. And you see the mirror here? You might either find you are feeling your emotions rising to the surface about something, or somebody else. Okay? Whatever's has been suppressed, though, on Friday, it's going to come up. Okay? The dog on the arm is drawing my attention. It's just making me think like, All right, let me get the clarification. What's the clarifying card? Embracing. It's just something about acknowledging feelings with Friday, the energy with the moon. It's like your heart or something just guiding you. It's really like almost intuitively being guided, embracing where you're being led, embracing who you are. There's something with Friday where you're just going to feel like you know who you are. And I feel like for some of you, see the little speckles around that bird? The bird feels like it's all by itself because there's no other birds like it around it. But all those little light bugs, all that energy around it, that's what you're going to be attracting in. The light. Even if you feel like it's just me embracing who I am, there's going to be others showing up Friday that you're going to be like, oh, you don't look like me, you don't sound like me, you don't act like me, but you feel me. That vibe, okay? You're going to be calling in a soul tribe based off embracing who you are and how you really feel. So Friday feels like the energy of really stepping into who you are, okay? Who you have become. Last but not least, let's get next Saturday's vibe. I don't know why. I felt me to shuffle again. And the energy for next Saturday. And remember, you always come back and check back. You know, see if the vibe, his energy shifted or just get prepared for the next day. All right, we got judgment for Saturday. That's some sort of awakening. Something is going to be trumpeting in your face. Now, it was reversed, but when I get judgment, for me, it's either you're going to wake up or you're going to miss something. That's literally what they're saying. Something that I guess you realize about yourself on Friday, on Saturday, it's meant to give you some kind of, you're meant to wake up like, aha, I see the light. Now I know what I want to do. I know where I want to go. I know who I want to be with. I know what I want to, that type of energy. Now, if you ignore the signs, because that's Gabriel's trumpet, if you're ignoring signs, then you might find yourself not having this great awakening on Saturday. Now, I want to pull one more card because how about for those that do hear this, if you do have this revelation. Okay, that was quick. The Emperor. So for some of you, it's going to be an awakening in regards to your career. For others of you, it's going to be an awakening in regards to a masculine you've been dealing with. Could be a father figure or a boss. And for others of you, you're going to awaken to your own power. Like, hey, I'm a boss. And not be accepting any ish. Remember I said Friday, emotions coming to the surface, really seeing who you are and embracing it. And by Saturday, it's like, yeah, this is who I am. If you fully awaken to the becoming. If not, you might find yourself dealing with a negative version of the Emperor, okay? A negative masculine energy, or you'll find yourself just feeling like you don't have control over certain aspects of your life. But we're not going to go that route, right? That's not going to be our energy. We are going to have this awakening to who we are. We're going to listen to our intuition. We're going to embrace who we are becoming because we're becoming amazing and great beings. And to clarify next Saturday, we got adventures, baby. We're going to have some fun next Saturday. Didn't this Saturday started with that? Two of Wands. So you planning that adventure, starting it off, get out into the community. By next Saturday, it's more fun because you're calling it in now. You're in alignment with it. So, yay, we got adventure. So some new things coming in next Saturday. Some new experiences. Be open to them. Bottom of the deck for this week, we got the Six of Cups. So a lot of you may be feeling nostalgic this week. Old friends, old loves, old activities, old desires, things just coming back to the surface. Embrace them, okay? Embrace them if they feel good. Some of them are coming in because you have unresolved love issues you got to close out. Yep, Six of Swords reversed. People that are hanging on to familiarity. Nope. We want to be in Empress mode by the end of the week, giving birth to new. Okay? Nurture yourself. Go after the things that match your vibration. Bottom of this deck, yes, thriving. That's what we're going to do this week. We're going to thrive. All right? Sending y'all so much light and love on your journey. I am going to do a Steam VIP for Melon Trend because it was her birthday this week. If anybody else sent a donation, I'm sorry I didn't see it, so you would have to write that in the comments. And if I still don't see it by the time I'm done with Melon's reading, then just DM me because I'll do it for you through the DM. And through the messenger, through the DM. Okay. Let me switch decks. Okay. I was trying to see if I was going to switch decks or not. Yeah, I am. Alrighty. I hope this session did resonate with all you guys, and you will come back and check to make sure you stay in the right alignment this week, being a part of this collective. I don't want y'all throwing this over. Everybody stay in the right energy, please. All right, Melon, let's see this week what you need to know. What is? Ooh. All right, you got Master of Lightning jumping out with leadership. Hold on, something else jumped off the table. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay. So you have the Master of Lighting in the Oracle of Gems. That is the King of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. You are really in a energy between masculine and feminine. So you are dividing. You are balancing those two energies. And what that's bringing in for you this week is being moved into positions of leadership and finding ways where you can make easy money. So there's something about stability and I'm almost hearing work or career or something where you are in control or in charge. Let me see what else she need to know for this week. The Empress, receive. Justice card with balance. Okay, what are we saying here? Death card, let go. All right. Got a pretty good week ahead for you. Huge transformative week, okay? Big change. You're moving into a more powerful energy where you're going to be more in a going after what you're passionate about, going after your ambitions, thinking about ways to save and earn money, and getting very grounded in those energies because they're in the king and queen vibe. So that means you've already kind of been working on that energy, calling in your goals and attracting in easy ways to make money. You're in a receptive energy this week, the Empress. So you might find yourself receiving gifts, just creative ideas just coming to you. And it's all justice. It's all your just due. That's what's coming in this week, balance. Things are balancing out where you've given. You're going to start to see a return. And where things may have not felt fair, you're going to see things work out in your favor. Huge change. You got the Death card, let go. You might find yourself going through changes this week where you're going to be either cutting off old habits, old friend circles, old things that no longer serve you are going to go so that you could be reborn in this Empress energy that your guides are saying is coming through this week. Bottom of the deck, yeah, what you don't see is just setting up your legacy this week. 10 of Pentacles. So somewhere this week, you're going to discover some kind of calling or life purpose. Come back here and write a comment when you do. 5 of Lightning. You might find, it could be a little bit of competition though, but the Sun, you'll be fine. You do have a choice between some things and it could cause an upheaval. So I do see you either having to walk away from a community or a career or a hobby that you love in order to open up the door to what's meant to come in for you, which is the Sun. You're going to be able to see. I just heard, I could see clearly now, the rain is gone. You're going to get some clarity this week as to what will truly make you happy and prosperous and start making those moves towards it. And that's what I got for you, Melon. All right. If that is all the STEAM VIPs I got, I'm gonna bid y'all adieu. Okay. And send y'all so much light and love through the rest of this week. Love you guys for being here with me every week. And listen to my music. Go to Goldieverse. Look, cheap plug. Go to Goldieverse 1111. And my music is elevating. And some of it you might be able to relate to, even when I'm not in my light and bright energy. Okay? Send y'all light and love. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. Later, y'all.